he is a force to be reckoned with. A three-time presidential candidate, congressman from Texas, OB/GYN doctor, and leader of a revolution.
We're talking with Congressman Ron Paul.
Ron Paul is now in Iowa.
Live from the Iowa State Fair.
At it again, campaigning for 2012.
The booms and busts comes from a failed monetary system.
Good work.
And once again, his fans have come from all corners of the country to hear his message and show support.
I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and we're here to support Ron Paul.
Myself and my family of 4 kids and my wife drove up from Las Vegas.
A longtime critic of the federal government.
The Constitution gives no authority for the federal government to run our educational systems, and they shouldn't be doing it.
His policies are often called radical.
Just think of how many nuclear weapons surround Iran. The Chinese are there, the Indians are there, the Pakistanis are there, the Israelis are there, the United States is there. All these countries. China has nuclear weapons. Why wouldn't it be natural that they might want a weapon?
But many of his anti-establishment ideas are becoming increasingly mainstream as more and more Americans reject the status quo of past decades, especially his views on U.S. foreign policy, in particular, the U.S. role in Iraq and Afghanistan, resonate with voters.
I don't believe our national security required it. I think we're less safe for it. The threat of terrorism is related to our foreign policy, so I feel less safe because we're over there. I never feel safer for the foreign policy that we have today.
While often doubted by the mainstream media.
If I was a betting woman, I'd say Ron Paul doesn't have a chance, unfortunately, for you. But is there a lack of enthusiasm over some of the top-tier GOP candidates?
Another question about electability. Do you have any, sir? There's always the question as to whether or not you are, in fact, viable.
Looks like they paid more attention to you this time around, don't you think?
Yeah, they're moving my way.
His fans are some of the most loyal in American political history.
We've been following Ron Paul since '86.
Perhaps since he was here.
Congressman Paul, I should say, Ron, you're running for the presidency of the United States now.
For 30 years, he's not flip-flopped on anything except the death penalty. Everything else, strict constitutional, Robert Taft, Barry Goldwater. So at least you know what you're dealing with.
And despite his 75 years, many of his fans look like this.
He's the man. He needs to be president.
Well, I think he's a smart guy, and I think he would change things that need to be changed.
Personally, would have described myself prior to seeing Ron Paul in the 08 election cycle as a liberal Democrat. But I saw him up on stage talking, against the wars, against, these violations of our civil liberties. And why aren't the Democrats saying this?
Or even this.
We need to fix the country. We've maxed out our debt ceiling as it is, and then we're in too many countries.
And this is where it all happens, the famous Iowa straw poll here at Iowa State University. Now, Ron Paul has reportedly already sold thousands of tickets. This is where he'll be spending most of tomorrow as people cast their votes. Most people here think he will do exceptionally well. The question is, can he come in first? It's an answer we'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out. Reporting in Ames, Iowa, Christine Frizzau, RT.